Hey everyone, what's up? Newbie Snake here. How are you all doing today? Today I'm bringing you all a brand new game called Teppen. This game is by Capcom and GungHo. GungHo are the guys who made Puzzles and Dragons. This game just came out on July the 5th. That's 2 days ago. So as soon as I found out about it yesterday, I played it, downloaded it, played it, and it's really fun. So that's why I thought I'd like to show a video of it for you guys as well, because I introduced this game to quite a lot of my friends and they are all having questions about the gameplay and the menus, etc. So I thought, you know, it's easier for me to make a video so all of you can take advantage of it. All right, so by no means this is like a really good tutorial or walkthrough or anything. But I personally went to their official website. I read through all the beginner's guide, like every article. And then I played quite a bit of this game, so I know in general the details of how the game works and stuff. So yeah, so that's why I want to show you guys how it works. So I'm just gonna show you guys a gameplay real quick. It's going to be like around 2 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna break down the gameplay for you guys. And sorry if I'm gonna be stuttering a lot or whatever, because I'm just doing this live because my computer's having some issues, so I'm not going to be doing a lot of editing and whatnot. So here we go. So I pre-recorded this earlier, and let me just turn off the sound so there's no like two sounds coming out together. So right here.
Said your prayers.
I'll give you 5 minutes. Make them count.
So I'll talk about it after the gameplay, alright guys? So just check this out for a moment. I'm Chun-li on the left.
Your struggles are futile.
Now you know a real country is like.
You think you can stand against a god?
Good job. Good job.
So, you're ready to play.
My spirit burns. Kikondo! I did it!
Alright, so that's it. That's the gameplay. It's only, 2 minutes and 23 seconds. So, not sure how many caught like what's going on and stuff, but I'll go through it in details. Alright, so basically this is the starting phase, right? This game, for those of you who have played Hearthstone, you guys should be very familiar with like the interface and the cards and everything else, right? So this is kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Hearthstone are all the similar card games, right? But it's most similar to Hearthstone. All right, so right off the bat you see there are different things in our interface right here. So the first thing you would want to know is this right here, where my mouse is at. I'm not sure you guys can see it, but this orange bar, right? So this is your MP bar, okay? MP. So MP is the energy bar or the points that you have to place your cards on the board or to use any cards. All right, so there are only 2 types of cards in this game, so that makes it super simple, not like Yu-Gi-Oh with the trap cards, magic cards, spell cards, etc. So it's much more simple. In this game it's divided into 2 categories. One is your unit cards, The second one are your action cards. All right, so unit cards and action cards. So like Hearthstone, it's like monster cards and magic spells. All right. So this is your MP, okay? So MP bar will refill over time. So you actually start off the game with like right here with 4, all right? So the maximum for my deck right now it's only 5. Usually it's 10, okay? But I'll go more in depth later, or I don't know if I'm gonna do it in this video or not, but yeah. So for now, for this tutorial purpose, just remember, usually it's up to 10, but because for how I built my deck, it's only 5 for me, okay? So anyway, so that's your first thing. Second thing, if you want to take a look at my hand right here, you always have 5 cards, okay? As soon as you place a card, your hand gets filled with another card, okay? So there are only 2 cards, 2 types of cards. The first type is your unit cards, the ones that has these numbers right here, where my mouse is at again, the 2 and 3, okay? The ones without any numbers, they are your action cards, okay? So if you want to know what action they are, you have to tap on it and then read it, okay? If not, you can just do it like after the game, like after this round, you can just go into your view deck or whatnot. But I'll show you guys all about that later on in this video. So sorry, this is going to be a very long video, I think. But anyway, so let's go back to the unit cards, okay? So very simple. Top left corner is the amount of MP it costs to place the card on the board. The red number on the lower right hand corner is your attack. The lower right hand corner, the blue number is your health. That's your HP, okay? That's what they call it, right? Usually in other games we call it attack and defense, but it's HP here, okay? It's important to learn the terminology because the effect cards, some of them will say a plus certain amount of HP, blah, 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 right? So you guys gotta realize there are different things. So 3 MP cost, 2 attack, and 3 HP. So that's my Tobi Kadachi right here. That's the name of this dragon. It appears in Monster Hunter. Anyway, so that's that. And then the second part is your action card right here. These ones, you just see the values for the MP. All right. So another thing for this menu is your AP. Okay, AP is the amount of it's called arts power, arts points. I think. Yes, I remember now. It's arts points. So right now I have 0. When I reach 17, I can use Chun-Li's special attack. If you look at the top right hand corner over here, that's this dude. I think it's Alan Wesker is his name. I haven't played Resident Evil, so I'm not too familiar with this character. But anyway, so that's his AP. Each character, or each hero they call it, has different like AP cost. I should say different abilities have different AP cost, okay? So Chun-Li has 3, he has 3, Ryu has 3, etc. Everyone has 3, okay? But you gotta unlock the other 2. Each deck, you can only pick 1, all right? So for my skill for this deck, I used Shield for Chun-Li. So when I reach 17 arts points, I get to use my special ability. They call it Hero Arts, okay? So same thing for Alan Wesker. When he reaches 18, then he can use his his Hero Arts, all right? So over here, you can see 30, that's my health. 18, that's his health because I'm in the practice mode, so he doesn't start off with 30 health. But in general, when you play against players, whatever, they are usually always 30, okay? And right beneath that, there's 2 numbers. The number on the left, that's the amount of cards left on in your deck, okay? Because each deck only has 30 cards. So 5 on your hand, and 25 in the deck right now, okay? 25 plus 5 equals 30, all right? So the number on the right-hand side, that's your graveyard, all right? Although it looks like a person's, but it's actually a graveyard. So graveyard, right now, it's 0. So whenever your unit gets defeated or gets destroyed, whatever, it goes to the graveyard, all right? So same thing as your action cards. When they get used, they go to the graveyard. Actually, wait. Yeah, I believe the action card also goes to the graveyard, but I haven't paid attention to that, so don't quote me on it because it's crucial to know. If you play like Alan Wesker, you gotta keep track of your graveyard counts. Anyway, so that's that for your HUD. Oh, also right here, really faint, it says X pocket, the EX pocket. That's your extra like pocket basically. So right now you don't see me use it at all because some cards will trigger it. Some cards, let's say Alan Wesker, his deck, when you use a card, it will send a certain type of unit cards in your X pocket. So if it sends to X pocket, then you can hold 6 cards, right? So X pocket's card, the cards inside there, you can use it the same way as they're in your hand. So it's basically very simple. Just think of them as your extra slots, okay? So over here on the top left corner, this is the surrender button. So if you click on it, you can surrender if you know you're losing or whatever. And over here, where my mouse is at, this is your timer. So this game is really unique because everything goes in real time. So unlike turn-based card games like Hearthstone, although there's still a timer on Hearthstone, so you can't drag on forever, right? But they have like this timer for the whole round. So the whole round will only last 5 minutes, plus or minus. I'll get into that in a second, but no more than that, right? So in real time, it will start counting down. Okay, so the whole if you don't get to finish off your opponent, whoever has the highest HP left after the round ends is the winner, okay? So the objective of the game is to get your opponent's health to 0. Once you do that, you win the game, okay? If your health goes to 0, then you lose the game. Very simple as that. So last thing about this interface that we need to know is the board, okay? So the board, you can see there are only 3 slots. So that means you can only place 3 units max on the board, which is good. Unlike Hearthstone, I remember it was 5. I haven't played that game in such a long time, so don't quote me. But other games, right, like Yu-Gi-Oh, etc., they have more slots, right? But this game, they want to control the time for your gameplay, as well as the simplicity, right? Although it's simple in its way, it's actually quite fun and complex because you get to mix up a lot of different cards and generate different effects, etc. So anyway, so that's the 3 slots right there. So you can put 3 unit cards in there maximum. All right, so that's very simple. Let's click play and I'll explain more. That's because afterwards it's where it gets confusing for a lot of people. So right here you see I placed Makoto and I gained 3 AP. All right, so the way to gain AP is to spend MP. Okay, the amount of MP you spend goes directly into your AP. That means as soon as you spend 17 MP, it will all convert to your arts point. Then you can trigger Chun-Li's ability, hero arts, sorry. All right, so right here you see the timer is counting down and I have a blue arrow coming in. I just paused the video so I can talk over it. But what this is, it'll go in real time. So as soon as it reaches this line right here, it will attack. Okay, if there is no unit cards there, it'll attack the hero, your enemy, right away, and it'll deduct 2 points off of his 18 health. All right. So in this situation, what happens is when I hit this unit right here, I will be taking 2 damage from his attack. Or his unit, so it'll be 5 right here where my mouse is at, minus 2, it'll become 3, all right? And for me, I'll attack him 2 points, so his health will be left with 1, okay? So when his red arrow reaches Makoto, same thing happens, we trade blows, okay? So every time you attack or your enemy attacks, you guys trade blows, all right? Until the unit has 0 health, then it will be destroyed, it will be gone and sent to the graveyard, okay? But for his card will not be sent to the graveyard because this card right here, although I didn't click on it for you guys during the video, he will have this effect called Revenge. So it will be sent back in his deck instead and he'll gain special abilities, but because that's his type of cards, special abilities. For me, you see over here, I have this little icon that's an icon that triggers this victory status. But you guys will have to read it into details into that when you guys play the game. So let's continue. All right. So what happened? Let's go back a bit. I placed Kobe Kadachi. Well, let me rewind a bit more. All right. So his effect will add 1 attack to a random unit. So this is my only other unit that's on the board. So it adds 1 attack for Makoto. So now her attack becomes 3. Okay. So this game is interesting because everything happens in real time. So you have to kind of think. Let's say I planned it to increase her attack as it hits this character or this unit, then it'll destroy it right away, right? But if let's say you add it way too soon, then he figures out, then he's gonna like buff his HP or whatever, then you can't kill it, right? So you gotta factor that in mind as well. So now he's gonna die right away, bam. So I received 1 damage. And so we continue. Okay, so this arrow just hit him, so now -2, right? Simple. So as you guys can see, let's rewind a bit. The MP bar just generated. Okay, let it load. I think it's loading right now because I kept pausing it. And again, I've been having computer problems. So let's see. I'm just gonna quickly check out what's going on. All right, sorry about that, guys. I had to restart the video. Okay, so here we go. My MP just generated. So as you guys can see from the card, now they're lit up in white color, and then you can place it on the board. It will show in blue. All right. So right now I cleared out all the board, and then all my guys are attacking. All right. So this is a very crucial moment that I have to spend time to talk about. This is where everyone got confused, and myself included. That's why I had to read up on it. All right. So as soon as you use an action card or your enemy uses an action card, you will be entered into a phase called active response. All right. So when you go into active response mode, the timer will stop. The round timer will stop counting. All the attack, the blue arrows, red arrows, etc., they will be stopped. Nothing will be happening in the background. As well as your MP charge rate will stop. So everything that was supposed to go in real time will stop, and it will become another like phase. It's called action response, and this new counter will start counting down. All right, so everyone takes turn making decisions in active response mode. All right, so right now you see 10 seconds. He activated it because he was playing an action card. All right, so I'm just gonna play it right here. He's playing this card right here. You will see the graphic around here. Count 1, meaning 1 action card is being played at the moment. So the count is 1. So right here on the top right hand corner, this is the description that of the action card that he's playing. Right here in red, that's the amount of MP that it cost him to play this card. So his card is to sacrifice 3 life, well, of his own life, all right, and put 1 unit in the deck with revenge. I briefly talked about that earlier. That is active, all right, into his X pocket. So now he will be having a card in his X pocket right there, or EX pocket. Okay, and one interesting information that you guys should realize is on top right here where I'm circling. That's his MP amount, okay? So usually you cannot see your opponent's MP except when you are in active response time. You will get to see how many MP they have. But this is not most accurate, or it kind of is, but you just have to do some math. So for example, for me, if you take a look at my MP bar, I have 2 blue bars, and now I have 2 orange bars, right? So originally I only had 2 MP, but because you're entered into an active response phase, you will be granted 2 extra MP. All right, it's called AMP. They call it the action response MP, all right, or the action MP. This will only be active during the action response phase, all right. So as soon as we exit out of this action response, even if I didn't use up any of these MP, I will lose these 2 extra MP, all right. So let's say if I didn't use any action cards during this action response phase, I will be back down to 2 MP. All right, so this is a really advantageous play right here, because you get to wait, did I say that word right? Whatever, guys, sorry. But this is when you get to use your action card without really consuming your MP at the first place. All right, so let's say I only had 2 MP at the first place and I wanted to use these 2 cards, but at the same time I wanted to summon a unit card on the board. I would have to think carefully, right? But as soon as your opponent triggers the active response, now I get 2 extra free MP to use. Then I'm gonna take advantage of it, and then I'm gonna use it, because if I don't, it's gonna disappear anyways. All right. So when you guys are playing against opponent, you guys have to think as well, because sometimes you might want your opponent to trigger the active response time, or you trigger it by yourself, and then he will take advantage of the 2 extra ones. All right. So one thing I gotta clarify is both parties, you and your enemy, will both be granted 2 AMPs during this phase. All right. The only difference is while you're triggering it, the first action card that you spend MP on to trigger this phase, you will not have the blue AP. So for example, I started with 2 MP, right? If I use this card, if I used action card, it will be 2 minus 1. All right, and then it will be entered into the active response time. Then it will be 1 plus 2 equals 3. So I lost 1 MP. All right. So some action cards cause 2 or 3, all right, MPs. So that's why you got to think. All right. So I was originally gonna spend my MP to do an action anyways, but he did it before I did, so I took advantage of that. All right, so you guys gotta realize this. So active response is what you actually really have to learn for this game. That's the difference between this game and all the other games, as well as the real time thing. All right, so here we go. So right here, after he uses his card, you will see the effect right here. It says -3 for his life, sacrifice 3 life. It'll draw the card from his deck into his X pocket right there. All right. So now after he used his card, my timer will go down. Okay, now it's gone down to 6 seconds. So it's my turn. It says it's your turn, counter with action cards. So I countered it with an action card. Actually, I actually didn't counter it because there's nothing to counter, but I just used this time to spend the MP that I would have lost, right? So right here, I used this Dan. What he does is he buffs 2 attack to any of your units, but he also takes away 2 life, all right? But it works really well with my card here. It has 6 life and 2 attack, so it will become a 4/4 card. Bam, right there. So now it says count 2, meaning there will be 2 cards in total of action. So they will all start counting after this whole phase is over, okay? So now it's back to the opponent. He has 10 seconds to decide if he wants to use another action card or not, all right? So in his case, he's gonna do it. I'll show you right here. He used another sacrifice 3 life and draw a card to put in his EX pocket. And then so it's my turn again after that. And then I decide to use this because why not? That will shield my Chun-Li. So now the count is 4. Okay, so one thing you guys gotta realize, this is again really crucial, is the order of which the cards are gonna be counted. All right, so they're gonna count the ones that are played last. All right, not the cards that are played first. Okay, so as soon as this phase ends, my shield's gonna activate first, and then his sacrifice 3 life, because that's the second last card that he played, or that we both played together, and then it's gonna trigger my +2/-2, and then it's gonna trigger his -3 draw X pocket. All right. The reason why this is important is because sometimes you have some action cards that says, let's say +2 -2 right here for my guy, right? And then for him to counter it, let's say he doesn't want me to buff my units, he has this card that destroys my card. Let's say destroy any card that is 2 attack or below. So which is this card right here, right? And then once the phase ends, it's going to count his card first because his card was placed last. So he's going to destroy my card because I didn't get the buff yet. All right. So that's a really smart play by him. If he did that, that'll destroy my whole card. And then I would have lost my action card that was going to buff him. All right. So when you guys do that, keep that in mind because everything happens really fast. As I showed you guys earlier, the 2-minute gameplay, you won't even know what's going on when the time goes by so fast. You don't even have time to read. All right. So that's why I have to pause everything because I've played this game quite a bit since yesterday. So I learned what most of the cards do. Well, not most, maybe half or maybe less than half. But anyway, so yeah. So here we go. So now it's going to count mine. Bam, right? 3 and then 2, count this one, and then 1, count his. All right. See, everything happens really fast. And then now everything resumes. The timer resumes. My attacks resumes. And then he continues to play his card. All right. Right there. So now it's -2 because my Kobe Kadachi reached the destination. And then right here, I was about to reach it, but he put his active response in. No, actually I did. Sorry about that. So I buffed all my units +1 attack. Right there. So let's see if he's going to do anything. I forgot already. So he used an action card. It'll destroy a friendly unit and then the unit in front of it, like right here. So without him doing anything by his unit card, he used an action card to destroy Makoto, which is like a 5/3. So too bad that happened, but he only has 4 life left. So as soon as my this guy reaches him, I think is Abel. I think that's his name. He'll die. But for tutorial purpose, also because I have let's go back a bit. I was gonna say also because I had full AP towards the end of the match, I decided to use a hero art so you guys will see what it's like. All right. But anyways, let's rewind a bit first. Yes, right here. So because I used an action card and he used his, and I didn't have any more action cards, so you will see a button right here. It says resolve. Resolve meaning because I have no more action cards. These are all my unit cards. So I just click it so I don't have to wait for the 9 seconds, all right? Or both parties don't have to wait for the 9 seconds. All right, and yeah, sometimes I think you have to wait 10 seconds if you have an action card, but you don't want to use it. I don't think the resolve button's there. I forgot, but you guys have to check it out. So the turn's about to end. He's about to die, but I just spent 3 MP. So now it transferred into AP, 17 out of 17, and I can use Chun-Li's hero arts, Kikosho, right here. Very cool, right? And I shielded all my units. That's what this ability is. It's really cool. It's shielding every unit. Shield is really powerful. Shield will negate any damage the first time it hits you. So it will only break the shield. Like even if he does 10 damage to me, it's just gonna break the shield, and then it's gonna affect the life. And shields can stack. So I don't know if the developers are gonna nerf this or not, but stacking shield is pretty OP. I haven't stacked more than 2 so far, so I don't know if you can stack 3. But 2 shields is pretty OP already. But anyways, so right there. That's it. Very dramatic win. Like the way he falls and stuff. So there we go. So that's what this game is about. If you guys rewind, this whole match was only 2 minutes and a bit, right? So give me a second. I'm just gonna pull back my screen for you guys. All right, so that's it. That's the gameplay, and yeah, I guess I'll end here because it's already 30 minutes. I'll make a part 2 to show you guys around the menus. Most of you guys probably don't even need to see that, but it's for some of my friends who can't find the presents and whatnot. All right. So when you download this game at first, because it just launched this game, you guys are gonna get 34 free packs. All right. Like right here, if you click on the cards, shop, and you click on the card pack shop. Right here, you guys will be able to see like 34 right here. I have 11 at the moment. I'm gonna do another video for you guys, part 2, and then I will be doing like a 10 poll for you guys. All right. So if you click on it, you can click on this like 10 packs, and then you can pull 10 at once. All right. So yeah, there's 34, and yeah, good luck, and see if you guys get a legendary. Yeah, in the other video, maybe I'll show you guys about editing decks and stuff, and just menus overall. All right. So thank you everyone for watching this video. Yeah, I will see you guys in the next part. Have a good one, guys. Bye now.